In our headlines this evening, Gender Affairs Division awards Women of Excellence and NHCS to launch African Ancestry Project. The details are straight ahead. Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Tuesday, March 31st, 2015. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. The following is a notice issued today, Tuesday, March 31st, 2015, by the Federal Minister of Nevis Affairs, the Honorable Vance Amory. According to the notice, due to ongoing investigations, the Electoral Office in Nevis will not be reopened on Wednesday, April 1st, 2015, as previously advised, but will be reopened on Tuesday, April 7th, 2015. Last week, in a report on matters in the NIA and the National Unity Government, Amory advised that the federal government has contracted two very experienced persons from overseas to look at the operations of the electoral system so that there is a system which is transparent and serves the people with the assurance that whenever there is an election, what is happening in the offices is beyond criticism, so there are fair elections which are free from fear. The Electoral Office in Nevis, according to Amory, will reopen under new management. 16 of the island's women were on Sunday, March 29th, recognized by the Social Services Department's Gender Affairs Division for their contribution to the island's development. The recognition came in the form of the division's Women of Excellence Awards ceremony and cocktail, which took place at the Nevis Performing Arts Center NEPAC Courtyard. The honorees were recognized for their contribution in a range of categories. Esther Jeffers for Small Business, Vernice Blackett for Sports, Ermin Jeffers for Healthcare, Michelle Hill for Work in a Non-Traditional Profession, Emmantine Thompson for Agriculture, Velma Jones for Community Service, Wanda Forbes Williams, a single mother, Sandra Maynard, the longest-serving foster parent, Jennifer Weeks for Clothing Design, Sandra Fleming for Ministry, Glenda Whitaker, a caregiver, Jean Harris for Politics, Janice Nesbitt for Music, Judy Archer for Performing Arts, and Vianna Stapleton for Education.
We are here to celebrate some of our outstanding women within our community. Women of excellence. Women who would have made significant contributions to their communities, to Nevis on a whole.
Junior Minister of Social Development, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, also addressed the ceremony, noting that it was a pleasure for her to share in the celebration of the achievements of the island's women.
When we look at where we would have come, we must commend ourselves as women, because for most parts, we have now broken the glass ceiling, and we have now tread the path that women 20 years ago didn't see it as being possible. And that in particular, we must commend ourselves for. And so let us as women give ourselves a round of applause. It is important that we take time out to applaud all women who would have made sterling contributions to the development of Nevis. The theme for this year's International Women's Month or Day is Make It Happen. And I am happy that so many of us are making it happen. Women, the onus is on us. The onus is on us to make it happen. And once we ourselves would have accomplished, we have to tell ourselves that it's important that we assist the next person, the next woman, to make it happen and to accomplish as well.
Making Sunday's feature presentation was Cynthia Grenion. The ceremony also saw awardees Reverend Sandra Fleming, who did the invocation, and Janice Nisbet, who entertained the audience with musical renditions, while models showcased the work of designer and awardee Jennifer Weeks of Jeverance Fashions. The venue was decorated by awardee Velma Jones. The Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, NHCS, will on Tuesday of next week launch a project which aims to improve self-appreciation among young people and to build community harmony through the reintroduction of relevant African culture and history as it pertains to people of the Caribbean. The intent of the project, funded by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO, is to produce a viable curriculum for the integration of lessons on Afro-Caribbean history and culture into the national education program.
The intent is to have a major impact on our national curriculum, have something that we can add to our curriculum in the teaching of how we view the contributions of Africa to this world and how we view the contributions of our forefathers to this Afro-Caribbean life that we are living. What did they bring? What did they add? How do we use that in our daily lives, and how do we appreciate it and recognize that it came from Africa in the first instance? Because there is a lot that has come out of Africa that is not being taught. This will have a major impact on how we teach our children to look at the enslavement period, not be enveloped in it, but be enveloped in who we were before the enslavement period.
The project is titled Educating the Population of St. Kitts and Nevis on Afro-Caribbean Ancestry. Coordinating the project on behalf of the NHCS is Chesley Davis. He says among the selected modules are Our African Ancestry, Our Story Did Not Begin with Slavery, The Transatlantic African Slave Trade, From Slavery to Democracy, and Our Afro-Caribbean Society Today and Tomorrow.
We have about 6 or 7 modules we're hoping to put on the table. And the project is going to be going on until maybe February next year. So it's a whole year project of education and awareness and so on. We have workshops, we have interviews, presentations and lectures and so on. And we have a list of presenters lined up, both locally and regionally. And we'll be targeting students from the 3 high schools we have here in Ireland, along with some teachers who are already on our implementing committee and other persons to deliver the package over the period of time. The emphasis we are trying to bring forward is our contribution and what we actually delivered and gave to the Caribbean and the world.
The project, otherwise referred to as the UNESCO African Ancestry Project, is scheduled to be launched at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, April 7th at the Nevis Performing Arts Center. The general public is invited to attend. Coming up after the break, Department of Youth and Sports to host a costume design workshop. Stay tuned.
Greetings to the beautiful people of Queen City, Nevis. I am the 2014-2015 Mr. Cool, Alfonso Henry. My reign is now coming to an end, and I need a successor. Therefore, I'm inviting males between the ages of 18 to 30 to apply for the 2015-2016 Mr. Cool C41 celebration. This is your time to shine, your time for a life-changing experience, your time to show the world what you are made of. I am Alfonso Henry, your caramel guy, and I approve this message.
Hi, I'm your reigning Miss Culture Swimwear, Shalloida Hewlett, inviting young, vigorous ladies to be a part of the Caribbean's greatest summer line by participating in this year's Miss Culture Swimwear competition. My reign has been great. I am a bit heartbroken that it is coming to an end. However, I am looking forward to meeting my successor. Registration is now open. Interested individuals can collect application forms at the Culturama Secretariat. Don't miss out on this year's festivities.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris says his government intends to continue its citizenship by investment program, but with some adjustments. Prime Minister Harris, who was speaking to journalists at the Council of Ministers and the Regional Security Service in Barbados, said the St. Kitts and Nevis citizenship by investment program is the oldest and has long been considered the best program of its kind in the world. He indicated that a concerted effort has begun to have the program revamped with the aim of eventually having Canada reverse its decision to remove visa waivers. According to Harris, his cabinet will make a determination shortly on how to proceed in light of recommendations made by an agency that reviewed the program. He said his government is working post-haste to revamp the program to institute some control measures which it thinks would reduce incidence of risk to the program and to other partners internationally. Prime Minister Harris, who is optimistic that his government can reorganize, reposition, and strengthen the position of the St. Kitts and Nevis, says he believes that St. Kitts and Nevis can make its citizenship by investment program the best and the one which others will go on to emulate. The Department of Youth and Sports is inviting interested persons to register for its costume design workshop, one of the activities the department will host as it observes Youth Month here on Nevis. The workshop will be facilitated by costume designer Shandy Lewis of Antigua.
That costume design workshop starts on April 7th and it runs until April 17th. Registration is open at the Department of Youth and Sports, and if you need any information, feel free to contact the department. And that costume design workshop is open to adults. It's for adults, so you have to be 18 and older to register for the costume design workshop.
Coordinator of Youth Development, Zanella Claxton.
Miss CSS 2015, Miss DeQuandra Richardson. Miss DeQuandra Richardson, it's been an awesome evening. Thank you for your great and awesome and wonderful and fantastic behavior.
That was host Eric Evelyn announcing the winner of the 21st annual Miss CSS pageant held on Saturday, March 28th at the Cultural Complex. The awards for each segment were as follows. Miss Personality and Best Evening Wear went to DeQuandra Richardson.
DeQuandra wears a gold and teal turtleneck sleeveless dress which is fitted down to her waist and flows at the bottom. It is made of lace material at the top and silk and sheer material adorned with rhinestones flows from her waist to the floor.
Best Performing Talent went to Berta Santana.
I don't want to apologize to Mr. Elliott, but my classmates been there and they would have laughed after me for the whole year. And I can't deal with that. So it might as well I just keep up the bad girl act and walk out the school year late, okay?
Walk out, my girl, walk out. Walk out, my girl, walk out. Make a pose, make a pose.
Girl, you're right. Elliot always a play like he bad. He want to tell people what to wear and how to dress. You know, he always says some rules silly and petty and not serve no purpose.
Bertha, don't listen to that uneducated joker. Mr. Elliot is the head. You need to listen and obey the rules of the school. If there are no rules, the people could do whatever they want.
You know, say you want to look sexy? The long skirt will make you look like an old Mother Hubbard.
Bertha, do what is right. Respect authority. When you are in school, dress according to the rules. Do what is right.
Girl, wear what you want.
Dress accordingly.
Wear what you want.
Dress accordingly.
Wear what you want.
Dress accordingly.
I said wear what you want.
Bertha, dress accordingly.
Miss Confidence, Miss Photogenic, and Best Interview went to Brittany Lucius. Miss Amity and the Best Creative Wear went to Sherilyn Williams. The show, which was attended by a large number of spectators, started with a dance item from the Rhythms Dance Theatre, which led into the icebreaker. There were a number of items on the sideshow, including modeling from students of the school, a performance by Teen Squad, Rhythms, and the Expressions Dance Theatre. The house band for the night was the Greenhouse Band. That's it for this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Thank you for viewing. Good night.